this is Pam and welcome to my channel. So today I have two perfumes for you from the house of Guerlain, and I'm gonna try my best to give you a good review and compare the two and see which one you would prefer, and I will also tell you which one I prefer. So the perfume is called La Petite Robe Noire. So this is something they've had for a while now, and let me show you what the bottle looks like. I do love the bottle. I think it's very cute and unique, and it's got that black dress. So this is La Petite Robe Noire Eau de Parfum by the house of Guerlain. So let's first spray this, and then I'm gonna show you the other one that I'm gonna compare it with. And so if you want to take note as well, I do love the sprayer in this one. It kind of gives you that very light mist, so it disperses the perfume wherever you spray it. So I'm gonna spray it again and see if you can observe it this time. You see that? I do like that sprayer. I think it's my favorite kind of sprayer so far. I love the way they did that. Okay. So first, let me tell you what the notes are based on Fragrantica. Then I'm gonna tell you how I smell them, or which notes are more prominent to my nose. So La Petite Robe Noire. So it says it opens with playful and sparkling aromas of black cherry, bergamot, red berries, and almond. Bulgarian and Turkish roses rule the heart, further developing with notes of licorice and smoked black tea. Anise, tonka bean, vanilla, iris, and patchouli form the base. So when you first spray it, you do get a lot of the to my nose. I do get a lot of that rose, but then after a while, it turns very sweet, but not like overwhelmingly sweet. To me, the sweetness is just enough. I've heard and read some reviews that people find it very, very sweet, but to me, it's not. To me, it's just the right amount of sweetness. Definitely, you smell the vanilla and the black cherry. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I love this. Actually, I can spray it one more time, because it does, like, you know, it does give you very, very light mist. So I don't feel like I'm getting enough. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful scent. And I don't know if I've mentioned to you guys before, rose is not something I like as a note. Although I do love the smell of fresh roses. You know, when you like a freshly picked bouquet of roses and you smell that, and it's cool, and it has that you know, the rose smell. I like that. But rose as a note in a perfume, that's not really something I'm very fond of. So this has the rose, but to me it's not a prominent note. To me, it just blends really well with the rest of the notes. And the most prominent note to me in this one, especially 10 seconds after you spray it, you immediately get that black cherry, licorice kind of smell. I'm sorry, that's hard for me to say, licorice or licorice, I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. So it smells very sweet to me, but like what I said, not cloyingly sweet, just the right amount of sweetness. It's rosy, but in a light way. Oh, the black cherry is gorgeous in this perfume. Gorgeous, gorgeous black cherry. And I think they are right about the black cherry, because if you have already smelled Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, to me the cherry note in that one is kind of like a red, sweet, juicy cherry. But this one, I do imagine like a black, darker purple cherry that's dry, like a dry black cherry, in comparison to the Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. To me, that smells wet and very sweet. This one is kind of a little bitter, a bitter black cherry that's dry. And I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Okay, so let's compare it with the other one. And it is La Petite Robe Noir Black Perfecto. So this is the bottle. It's the same silhouette, but it doesn't have the dress, and I'm sorry about all the fingerprints. I don't know if you can see it, but this round thing here, it kind of has like a leather embossed texture. And let's spray it. Actually, the cap on this one is broken, and I just got this about I don't know, about a week ago, and I'm very upset because this is brand new, and look at the cap, it's broken. See? Anyway, I've already spoken to the company that I ordered it from, and they said they're gonna fix it. Okay, so let's spray it. Okay, so already on the first spray, I get a lot of the patchouli and the leather, and then as it dissipates, definitely the rose in this one is stronger. I smell a lot of the leather, a lot of the patchouli, but in a good way. It's not like more leather or more patchouli. To me, it's kind of 50-50. So it's really blended well. Okay, so I don't really have time to have the perfume to have its proper dry down right now, but I have been testing this one. So on the dry down on this one, I would say about 20 minutes into the perfume, the rose gets more and more prominent. So these two are actually very identical, very, very identical. So the Black Perfecto, to me, it's basically this one, but this one has more of the patchouli and the leather, and at least double dose of the rose. So if you're not a fan of rose, just like me, and you want to try something that has a rose note, but you don't want to be overwhelmed by the rose, so I would definitely go with this one. And I actually think if you're new to Guerlain, this is a good beginner perfume by the house of Guerlain, because it has that really good quality scent. Gorgeous, gorgeous, easy to wear, very pleasant. I think people will also like this if they smell it on you. I think it's people pleasing. It's self-pleasing. I do love it. But if I have to choose between the two, so to kind of give you a little bit more comparison, so to me this is like the sweeter younger sister of this one, and this one is kind of more of the rebellious sister who likes to wear leather jacket and ride a motorcycle and play billiards and hang out at the bar. So this is, to me, is that one. That's how I picture the two scents side by side, but at the same time they are actually very identical to each other. But if you do have it side by side, you can definitely tell the difference. But if you don't, it's probably kind of easy to kind of get confused which one you're wearing if you just have one. So I would say if you already have either one of these, I think it will still be safe to get the other one if you're curious. And definitely these two perfumes are something I think will be really good for layering. I haven't really tried it, but I have been wearing them side by side, and if I get like whiffs of both, I think it makes a really, really good mix, a really, really good it's really good for layering. Okay, so like what I said, both of these perfumes have the rose note in them. This one just have the double dose rose. Definitely, especially the dry down, the rose is very prominent. So if you don't like as much rose, go for this one. This is, to me, is more of like a subtle, easier wearing perfume. But if you want to go a little bit more bolder, And if you do like rose as a note and leather, I will go with this one. But I will just personally pick the original La Petite Robe Noir because this is just kind of like more of my style in terms of fragrances. I do like that subtleness, and I do like that the rose is not as overpowering as this one, although this is, to me, I think is something I could also tolerate, although I don't like rose, but definitely I can wear this. I just prefer this one, but both very gorgeous scents. So the only thing is, actually I have that sideways. Let me fix that. Okay, but definitely try them both and see which one you like. I would sample them first, or actually read the notes, because the notes is probably gonna be I do smell a lot of the notes that's listed on Fragrantica. Sometimes you don't really get a lot of the notes that's listed, but to my nose I do get a lot of them, especially the leather, patchouli, and rose in this one. This one is more fruity, more blackberry, and the almond and the tonka and the vanilla. I smell all of them here, and which are like really the best combination for me: vanilla, tonka, and almond. Like you can't get wrong, you can't get wrong with that. I just love that combination, and it does have like just a low dose of patchouli. Now, in terms of longevity, I would say about the average on both, but which one I would say has a better longevity, I would say this one, because when I wear both, one on each arm, definitely every time I smell my arm, this stays way longer. So this one has a better lasting power than this one. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that one and that I was able to help you pick which one you want. If you're interested in any of these two, now La Petite Robe Noire has lots of flankers, but nothing really that interests me besides the original and this one. So I hope you enjoy that, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.